The White House on Wednesday shared a guest list ahead of the state dinner honoring Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, which includes Australian artists Vance and Kid Laroi and actor John Leguizamo. The guest list includes North Carolina Gov. Roy Cooper, President Joe Biden's campaign co-chairman, and Hollywood mogul Jeffrey Katzenberg, NBC News Andrea Mitchell, Israeli-American violinist Itzhak Perlman, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, CEO John Stankey, and Republican Sens, John Thune and James Risch. Noticeably missing, a number of Biden family members, including grandchildren Naomi, Finnegan and Maisy, sister Valerie, and niece Cuff, was the president's son, Hunter. Hunter Biden attended a state dinner for Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi in June. His first public appearance after it was revealed a deal had been reached with federal prosecutors over tax charges. He is charged with reaching on federal firearms forms and unlawful possession of a firearm while using illegal drugs. President Joe Biden and First Lady Jill Biden host Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese and his partner Jodie Haydon at the North Portico of the White House for a state dinner on Wednesday, October 25, 2023 in Washington. Evan Vucci AP members of B-52s of Love Shack fame will appear at the dinner as guests after their scheduled performances at dinner were cancelled on Tuesday. While we had planned for the legendary B-52s to perform their iconic dances and party tunes, we are now in a time when many are facing sadness and pain, First Lady Dr. Jill Biden said Tuesday. The announcement came as First Lady and White House Social Secretary Carlos Elizondo offered a preview of decor and food before state dinner. Fourth Biden has held at White House. Anna Moneymaker Biden said events decor, which included table cassettes, flowers in shades of light blue and purple, was inspired by the vibrant Australian spring, crisp American autumn as seasons undulate across our grand painted landscape. The First Lady enlisted event planner Bryan Rafanelli, who produced her granddaughter Naomi's White House wedding last year, to help with the event's decor and guest experience. The full guest list released by the White House, Ms. Joyce Aboussie and Mr. Greg Keller, Mr. Pete Aguilar, USA Representative, and Miss Alisha Aguilar, the Honorable Elizabeth Allen, Secretary of State for Public Diplomacy and Public Affairs, USA, Mr. Chris Ashton, Mr. Lloyd Austin, Secretary of Defense, USA, Department of Defense, and Ms. Charlene Austin Sharada Balachandran Orahuela, and Dr. Callie D. Cyrus, the Honorable Xavier Becerra, Secretary of Health and Human Services, United States, Department of Health and Human Services Dr. Carolina Reyes, Mr. Brendan Bechtel and Mrs. Helen Bechtel, the Honorable Anthony Bernal, Vice President and Senior Advisor to the First Lady, and Mrs. Marisa Bernal Cox, Mr. Jared Bernstein, Chairman of the Council of Economic Advisors, and